Now, in a mega crackdown in the terror funding case, the NIA is conducting raids across over 70 locations in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Delhi, Chandigarh, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. Now, the raids are linked to a case registered by the NIA against gangs and their criminal syndicates. Do remember that it was the Sidhu Moosewala murder case that brought the focus back on these gangs which have been operated in large parts of North India. And of course, also under the scanner are the syndicates that essentially fund them. The NIA in its crackdown so far, of course, has also been able to establish financial linkages to countries abroad. So right now we are learning that there are raids that are being conducted in about 70 locations in various states. Now, the raids are, of course, linked to a case that has been registered by the NIA. Now, do remember that the NIA has also, in this case, been trying to draw linkages between these syndicates that are operating in India. Most of them, of course, are involved in drug trafficking as well as extortion. Right. Gursimran and Amandeep have more details and they're now joining us live. Let's go across first to Amandeep, who's reporting from Chandigarh on this. Amandeep, as I was saying, the focus on these gangs first came when the Sidhu Moosewala murder case happened. And thereafter, we have seen a deepening investigation against these gangs and their syndicates. Give us more details in terms of what's happening today.
Well, Nupur, several gangs are operated and actively operating from the land of Punjab, Haryana and Himachal and the several other parts of the country. And in fact, their links has been established in the cross-border from where they are getting the financial assistance and carrying out certain kind of operation in India. And those are the links that are being investigated by NIA, and now they are heavily conducting the raids and collecting the documents and the evidence from the different parts and the different locations in Punjab, Haryana, and even Rajasthan, MP, and several other states also, just because the network of these gangsters has been spread across India. It is not limited to Punjab. Yes, you have rightly pointed it out that these gangs came to in the limelight after the killing of Sidhu Moosewala, just because certain gangs has been gathered to kill Sidhu Moosewala, which was directed by Lawrence Bishnoi gang. But now all the gangs are under the lens of NIA, and NIA conducting the raids and conducting the investigation against all the gangsters just because their links has been established from the cross-border. They are getting the fundings, and even a certain kind of terrorist has also involved and connected to these gangsters. And that is the reason the case that has been registered by the NIA, that is to find out the linkage between the terrorists, to find out the cross-border fundings to these gangsters and in fact their own network in India. So this is the basic of this entire investigation. And even now the raids are being conducted in Gurgaon, Pathankot, Gurdaspur, Hoshiarpur, and even several other states also to find out any kind of evidence, just because this is not the Nupur first round of raids. Earlier, several raids have been conducted by the NIA, and even searches happened in the residence of the gangsters who fled from their homes and collected certain kind of documents and questioned their families also.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Let's also bring in Gursimran right now, who's reporting from Jammu on this. Gursimran, the focus, of course, has been on targeted killings and violent criminal acts that these gangs are involved with. Give us more details of what's happening in Jammu.
See, it's regarding the RC-37 case that was registered by the National Investigation Agency's New Delhi police station. And this is a twin set of case that was registered, taking the suo motu cognizance of what is happening in Punjab soon after the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. And mainly Bishnoi gang, Barad gang, and also Patial gang, they are under the scanner of the National Investigation Agency. So this is the fourth set of raids that is going on in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and several other locations. We are told that out of 70 locations, 30 locations are only in Punjab. So a mega crackdown is underway in Punjab. And this came days after the National Investigation Agency has announced a reward of 15 lakh on Lakhbir Singh Landa, who is one of the operators when it comes to these gangs, because how these gangs have now collided and now came along with the terror groups and the Pakistani intelligence agency, ISI, to get the arms and ammunition from across the border. This is a major threat to the national security, and that's why National Investigation Agency was looped in. Twin cases were registered by the NIA, and now now, with regards to those two cases, the raids are underway at several locations because these gangs, so as to get the financial as well as the logistical supports, they are getting the support from the Khalistani hardliners as well as the Pakistani intelligence agency ISI, which is helping to disrupt peace in every part of the country. So now this is a threat to the national security, and that's why multiple raids are being carried out by the National Investigation Agency. Nupur.
Right, stay with us. Let me go also across to Piyush. Now, Piyush, the NIA's focus, of course, largely is looking at the nexus that's there between terror, these gangsters, also the smuggling of narcotics into India. And in the recent past, we've also seen a large number of weapons that have come in. So give us a broad sense of this entire nexus that is operating.
Well, certainly, and that is what NIA is also investigating into, and since morning we are hearing about the multiple raids that are being conducted by NIA. This is not the first time that NIA is conducting these raids. Earlier also we had seen the raids at multiple locations, those were being carried out by National Investigation Agency. And as far as Delhi is concerned, what NIA is looking for about the kind of these gangs as to how they are raising their funds here in National Capital, and also the promotion of their syndicate here in National Capital. And that is why Delhi becomes a very important hub for these terror groups, where they are not only promoting their terror syndicates but also trying their best to raise funds. So NIA is doing raids at multiple locations, and like Gursimran also pointed out that there are around more than 30 locations only there in Punjab, and these raids are basically conducted to the kinds of gangs that surfaced in the last few weeks. We'll have to wait and watch what kind of statement NIA is now going to release. But as far as Delhi is concerned, basically NIA is looking into the kind of promotion of their gang is concerned, and also raising fund in National Capital is concerned.
All right. Gursimran, Amandeep and Piyush, thank you, all three of you, for joining us on the broadcast. So our correspondents, of course, are bringing us the latest in terms of these raids that are being conducted in various states.